This week, the fourth episode of Ahsoka premiered on D Plus, and of the four that have been seen so far, I honestly have to say this is the best of the four.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Okay, now admittedly, when I say the best of the four, that's like saying this piece of crap is better than the other piece of crap. So I mean, it's very subjective with the fact that it's just not overall a good show. We pick up where we left off from last week, where Ahsoka, Sabine, Hu Yang are trapped on the surface of the planet with the Star Wars version of the Stargate. That's where Balin Skull, his apprentice Shin, the mean little Chihuahua, and the Night Sister, Morgan Elsbeth are, along with the Inquisitor, who I thought may have been Ezra Bridger. But guess what? This episode is going to change my mind. If you are missing some of that repressed sexual tension that we've been feeling and enjoying so much in the first couple episodes between Ahsoka and Sabine, don't worry, it's back, along with the very dynamic, emotional conversations between the two. They discuss about the implications of finding Thrawn when they're trying to rescue Ezra Bridger. Is it worth the risk?
He'd be stranded out there. Maybe this time for good.
Better that than allowing Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
Yeah, we get another member berry. Let's say heir to the Empire again. Again, there's no explanation of how Thrawn's going to do this. And for people who've never seen Rebels, never read the actual heir to the Empire trilogy, it's you'd be freaking clueless. But why give good backstory? Why explain why Thrawn is such a potential danger or threat? That would be insane, wouldn't it?
This is insane.
Like I said before, we're treated to some of that repressed sexual tension returning, the understated emotions, where Ahsoka asks, "Can I trust you?" And you can feel that this scene is just brimming with emotion.
Can I count on you?
You know you can.
Yeah, I don't know if it's their personal choice to be distant, if it's the director's choice to have them play this way. It just is not coming off well. It's it's not creating a sense of drama. It's not creating any sense of urgency, and you're not emotionally connecting. Hu Yang, of course, is here. He's trying to fix a ship. So Dr. Bot is almost done when guess what? He's attacked. Balin Skull's team of droids and soldiers have found Sabine and Ahsoka, and we get a quick little action scene of what Wookiee Be Bad accurately called Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
It's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Press this lever. He throws a right, the other a left. Knock his block off.
Ahsoka and Sabine spring into action, and we get an exciting action sequence here. And I'll give credit. I will say that finally we get to see Sabine fight like a Mandalorian, using Mandalorian armor, Mandalorian weapons to defeat the enemy. Ahsoka, I don't know what it is about her fighting style. It just seems clunky. Maybe Rosario Dawson was not physically up for the role. Ahsoka was always supposed to be very energetic, very acrobatic, and even as an older Jedi compared to what she was in the Clone Wars, I mean, we still saw Obi-Wan Kenobi in Revenge of the Sith, hopping around a good bit. You'd think she'd be a little more athletic. It just doesn't work for the character. So Ahsoka and Sabine scamper off to go find Balin Skull. But let's cut away and see what's going on with Hera. Remember Hera? Yeah, she's one who sort of just appeared to take it on the chin when the council rejected her request for a fleet. And I think rightfully in my last video is right to say that doesn't seem like Hera. Now we actually see Hera acting like Hera. So she decides she's going off on her own, which is absolutely the right way. This is proper characterization for the character of Hera. It's nice to see. She does make some questionable choices, like for instance, she's going into possibly a war zone. So let's take our 10-year-old child with us. Not winning Mom of the Year here. But don't worry, she's got some backup. That's right. That's right. So who does Hera Syndulla? Who does she call in? Don't you think she'd call in her closest allies? Well, we got Carson. Remember him? He's from The Mandalorian. Yeah, we remember him. So of course we'd next have Rex. Remember Commander Rex, Clone Trooper. Of course he's gonna be there, right? No, we got this guy. Herodian, some chick, some other dude. Who the hell are these people? Where's Zeb? Okay, I guess this isn't quite the Hera we remember. Back on Cetos, Morgan Elsbeth is using the golden snitch to chart a path to get to hyperspace path to get to wherever Thrawn is. And yeah, guess what? This is Stargate. So literally, they're getting the coordinates, and on the giant Eye of Sion ring ship, hyper ring ship, they're locking in the chevrons. That's right. I mean, yeah, go back and watch Stargate. Literally, it's the same thing. It's the mimicry is incredible. Ahsoka and Sabine run into Shin and Merrick in the forest. And guess what? Yeah, it's lightsaber battle time. And again, it looks clunky. It lacks the dynamic energy that we've seen before. This just seems lazy and lacking any finesse or artistry. It's literally just bashing swords together. But the one thing that most sticks out to me, this annoys the hell out of me. I know I've talked before about the sparking, and we definitely have sparking going on. They look like they're welding together. The blades are welding. But now we actually have smoke coming off the lightsaber. It makes no sense. What the hell is smoke doing coming off the lightsabers? This I guess they thought this would look cool because it has no place in canon whatsoever. It's stupid. It looks ridiculous. It's not what lightsabers were. It's not what they should be. And they should just stop doing it because it's wrong. I'm sorry. I'm a purist. That's not what lightsabers are. It looks stupid. Now, I admit, I thought Merrick might have been Ezra Bridger. Not happening. So we get a scene which is very reminiscent of something else Dave Filoni has done, because Dave Filoni loves to copy himself. And this calls back a little bit to the scene in Star Wars Rebels where Obi-Wan Kenobi faced off against Darth Maul. That was a great scene. I mean, from perspective, it had emotion to it. A lot more emotion than we're seeing from the characters in this show. But we get sort of a similar scene here. We had Ahsoka take a battle stance, which, again, she's oddly just using one lightsaber here. And then this happens. What the hell was that? So the whole time, Merrick was some sort of ghost. It looks like he's some sort of Dathomirian spirit created by former Night Sister Morgan Elsbeth. It's just so bizarre. This whole thing. They set up an Inquisitor, and he just appears to be like a suit filled with gas, a giant fart.
Was that a fart? I don't know.
That leaves Sabine to fight against Shin. And I'll give credit for Sabine here. So, she can't fight with a lightsaber, not compared to Shin, because Shin is more trained. She's using the Force. But Sabine actually uses some Mandalorian tricks here. Yes, she does.
You have no power.
Credit for that. But still, Shin gets the best of her. Which leads us to Ahsoka running off to meet with Baylan Skoll.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like Ray Stevenson's portrayal of Baylan Skoll here in this. He's the only one that is bringing a level of gravitas. He just looks the part he's playing. He looks dark, and he has a physicality that works well with the portrayal. Despite my enjoyment of Ray Stevenson's portrayal, there is some very clunky dialogue between him and Ahsoka.
The only reason I'm here is to secure the future.
For you.
Something far greater.
This is just bad writing. I mean, it's like Harrison Ford used to say. He's like, George, you can write this shit, but we can't act it. We actually get a third lightsaber battle in this episode, and I'm really kind of surprised at that. Again, I have to point out that I'm no expert in swordsmanship, in fencing, and anything like that. I've just watched a lot of Star Wars, seen a lot of lightsaber battles. Rosario Dawson, again, is showing that she's not physically able to portray a character with Jedi skills. Now, again, Baylan Skoll, I'm going to say I think he's playing it right. I think Race Davidson is playing it right. He's playing an imposing figure, a large figure, and his strikes, from my viewpoint, are not flourished. They're not fancy. They're just power. He's striking with raw power. And I think, again, it works for his character. This is the only character I think is actually working. I think it shows that he is menacing and he knows his strength. His strength is to overpower her. And he does that. He absolutely does that in this battle. But Ahsoka, she bounces off this rock and then she does kicks. Yep, little kicks. I don't know if this is a meta comment, meta homage to the very crappy scene in Return of the Jedi, which is not well edited, where Luke Skywalker kicks one of Jabba's guards. I mean, we all know that was just bad editing and wasn't. Could have gone back and fixed that. Someone should have paid better attention. As Ahsoka and Baylan continue to fight, Shin shows up and Ahsoka instantly thinks that Sabine is dead. And let's be real. All right, that's a fair conclusion. Ahsoka force throws Shin into a wall. Sabine shows up, threatens to kill the golden snitch.
Step away from her!
And then Baylan pushes Ahsoka off the cliff. No! Baylan now confronts Sabine. And he uses a little bit of force empathy to get her feelings for Ezra and gets Sabine to hand over the golden snitch. The golden snitch now in his hand, Baylan Skoll is able to plug it back into Star Wars Stonehenge, reactivate the Starforge map, and get the final chevron locked in order for the hyperspace ring to journey to another galaxy and retrieve Grand Admiral Thrawn from wherever he's trapped. For some reason, he's important. I don't know. I guess you could read other source material to find out why, but we don't do that in the show. We just say the words heir to the Empire, and all that means is, time to break out your little keys and jangle time. Jangle, yeah, that's right. Bring up those member berries, because that's all we're living on right now.
Remember Chewbacca again?
Hera and her crack team of old friends who we just met show up, move in on the hyperspace ring. But guess what? That thing's about to go to hyperspace. Wait a minute. Have we seen this before? Holy Holdo. Yeah, that's right. We're getting another version of the Holdo maneuver. In this instance, though, since it's a giant ring, this just flying right over top of all these ships, which kind of makes them go wonky. A couple crash into each other. Fortunately, Hera and the Ghost are okay. Good thing, too, because, that thing's real dangerous, but let's bring our 10-year-old kid along with for this dangerous ride. Again, Mother of the Year. Okay. This is, I don't know if I want to say jump the shark or jump the sarlacc, but this is some bullshittery about to happen here now, people. So, see Ahsoka appears to be floating in space. Some ethereal stuff around her. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the world between worlds. Maybe you don't remember that, especially you have not watched Rebels, which probably most people have not. But it's this timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly thing.
Wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey.
It allows time travel. That's basically how Ezra saved Ahsoka from actually dying in her fight with Darth Vader. You all remember Darth Vader? Sure we do.
Hello, Snips.
somehow, some way, Anakin Skywalker is in the world between worlds. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me get it. Jiggle. Yes. Yes. Squee. Dave Filoni's a master. Blah, blah, blah.
I know.
How does this make sense? How is Ahsoka suddenly transported to the world between worlds? I would have to go back and watch Rebels again, but I do not think you magically fall off a cliff and just end up in a world between worlds through some magical teleport. Also, how is Anakin Skywalker in the world between worlds? Is he a Force ghost? Do the Force ghosts exist in the world between worlds? Or are you making up new stuff along the way? It doesn't make any sense. And it looks bad. This is what Hayden Christensen looks like in this. Now, what does Hayden Christensen look like in Revenge of the Sith, right? Okay, so this is supposed to be him Revenge of the Sith time. Haircut and everything. This is what he looked like in Obi-Wan. Doesn't look like they de-aged him much here, right? No. This is what he looks like in real life. Look, middle-aged guy. He's 40-something years old, early 40s. He's a little older. He's not going to look like he did 20 years ago. But this de-aging is terrible. I mean, he doesn't even look like him. When we did a live stream, Wookiee said he looked like James Franco. And yeah, he always had a James Franco vibe, but what the hell is going on? This is terrible. This looks so bad. I don't know if he was actually on set for this or if this is some CGI generated video game version of Anakin Skywalker. It looks that bad. Wow. At some point, they're going to have to tell us how much this TV show cost. It's got to be well over 200 million. Got to be well over 200. I mean, Secret Invasion, 6 episode, 212 million. This, come on, it's got to be at least 250 for 8 episodes of this. Wow. And the ratings, wow. The returns, yikes. So another episode of Ahsoka is in the books, and it was, like I said, the best of the 4 pieces of crap. So this one, I don't know. Not as runny, not as diarrhea-like. I don't even know how to describe it. It still sucks. There were some points that are at least decent, but overall, not good. At least they didn't break as much canon as they have been doing. If you want to go see our live reaction to it, go watch Wookiee Be Bad's channel. We do a live reaction every Wednesday night where myself, Wookiee Be Bad, and the Fractured Filter sit down, have a good time, and enjoy a circle session over Ahsoka.
The Rusty Mandalorian.
Rusty. That sounds very dirty. A rusty Mandalorian.
It sounds like a sex act.
What?
Sounds like a sex act.
The Rusty Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Until next time, questions, comments, witticisms down below. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Do a notification button. Share the channel. See you all later.